What's up, everyone? Today, I'm going to give you guys my trailer breakdown for the new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. This trailer looked sick! And just to let you guys know, this video will come from the perspective of a guy that's been into comic books for basically his whole life. So I will be getting pretty nerdy in this video. And yeah, so this trailer looks sick. So this movie, this is one of the many superhero things we're getting this year, right? And I was blown away by this trailer. Now, this movie is directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings. And the first thing that you notice here is with the different style of web swinging and the more I dare say more cinematic way of the way that Dustin operates the camera when Spider-Man's swinging and stuff like that. But basically what happens, what the trailer sets up is Peter Parker Peter Parker took a backseat once they did the spell where everybody forgot who Peter Parker was, and Spider-Man he's basically permanently Spider-Man now, right? Peter Parker doesn't have a life, so he's been being Spider-Man for however long of a time gap that No Way Home and Brand New Day have taken between each other, because we don't know that yet. But basically it shows Peter basically watching Ned and MJ go to MIT, and Ned asks MJ hey, is this the best day of your life? And she goes yeah, basically. And then we see Peter being sad, but then we hear him go, "Hi, my name's Peter Parker. I had to make everybody forget who I was because something dangerous was going to happen," which we all know what that is, but MJ and Ned forgot who Peter was, right? And I'm also Spider-Man and stuff like that, right? Because you feel the way Tom Holland plays that line, you feel the pain in Peter Parker's voice when he's writing that letter, because these are his friends. MJ and him were dating when he had to do the spell and stuff like that. So then it shows Peter getting ran over by Frank Castle, Punisher, in the battle van, or what I'm gonna assume they're calling the battle van, and he goes, "You almost ran into me, Frank," or I can "You almost ran into me, Frank," and he goes, "Stop with the dramatics, kid," and or "Stop with the dramatics, kid," or like that, and so then Peter takes out one of Frank's guns, Webb jams his gun, and then he's like, "Oh," and then he slams into Frank's window and breaks through, and basically knocks Frank out of the truck. And then I like the way they did this. He was about to say, "What the f***?" And Peter web shoots his covers his mouth with a web and stuff like that. one of my big concerns with this movie was how they were gonna integrate Punisher into the movie, and not to say I'm not concerned with how they're gonna do that anymore, because you still gotta be Punisher, right? Like, you can't be like, oh, I'm not gonna kill anybody, because that's Punisher. Like, Punisher doesn't give a f. Like, he's gonna get his job done, right? So like, but this is a good sign of Peter, like of them knowing how to use Punisher in a PG-13 movie. So, and I liked the way they did it. And then it shows you that Peter Parker is turning into a spider, right? And there is comic precedence for this, where it's called a man. It's called, I forget what the specific arc is called, but it's basically he turns into a man spider. So then he goes to Bruce Banner, who he's like, Dr. Banner, I need your help. And then Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner is like, I what's your name again, kid? Because remember, the spell made everybody forget who Peter Parker was. They all know who Spider-Man is, but they don't know who Peter Parker is, right? And then it shows the guy from who I'm forgetting the name right, Trumal Tillman. Trumal Tillman's character, like saying like, we need to get this spider, and like they're talking about how like a spider goes through metamorphosis because Peter is literally turning into a spider in this movie. And then like the leaks of this movie and the plot leaks have said that Trumal Tillman is playing the head of damage control, which I think is going to become Sentinel by the end of this movie. If you don't know who Sentinel is basically the one of the organizations that that hunts mutants down and stuff like that. And we'll talk about a certain character or a certain actress that they don't show in this trailer. And the reason I think they don't show her in this trailer is because Sony and Marvel know that most people, well, not most people, but most comic book nerds know which character Sadie Sink is playing. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But then it shows like Peter going after Scorpion. It shows a few more action scenes. It shows him chasing after Frank again, right? And then it shows if, and this is very interesting to me because I'm wondering if they're gonna set it up in Daredevil, because Spider-Man has fought the Hand before, but usually when you think of the Hand, you think of Daredevil or Iron Fist or Wolverine or like a character like that who's fought the Hand. But basically they're talking about spider metamorphosis, and then it shows Peter going up against ninjas that are dressed in red cloaks with swords and stuff like that. The one Marvel faction that dresses like that and that are ninjas that I know of, and I've been reading comics for a very, 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 very long time. I'm a comic book nerd, right? Right? Is the Hand. So, maybe they haven't confirmed this yet, and I'm not expecting it, but maybe Matt will be in this movie. Maybe, depending on like what happens at the end of Daredevil season 2, but we'll see. But yeah, overall it was a great trailer. This movie looks really, really, really good. Like for me, Wonder Man to me was really, really, really good from Marvel. Next week, Daredevil Born Again season 2 starts. Yes, I will be covering that all the way through, you guys. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know I've looked up to Daredevil since I was 5 because I'm visually impaired. Daredevil's blind, right? Matt Murdock's blind. Matt Murdock has been an inspiration to myself since I was 5, so Daredevil's my favorite superhero for that reason. So yes, I will be covering that show all the way through, and I can't wait until season 2 starts because from everything that I've heard from the reviews and stuff, it seems to be better than the first season. And if you guys know what I think of the first season, like the first season, I think, and this is just my opinion, the first season of Daredevil Born Again is the best thing the MCU has ever done. In my opinion. So if season 2 is better, then your boy will be very, very, very happy. But as I say, like, even with the reviews and stuff, I'm going in with no expectations, and I cannot wait for that. And then we're gonna get a Punisher Disney Plus special presentation before Spider-Man as well. Can't wait to see that happen. Like, why are Frank and Spider-Man interacting? How does Spider-Man know who Frank is? Right? Because they haven't met in the MCU yet. So maybe Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be in the Punisher special for a scene or something, right? And then, like, how did Frank get the battle ban? Who's Frank hunting or protecting or whatever he's doing, right? And stuff like that. And this is still a teaser trailer. Like, it's a very long trailer for a teaser trailer, but we still have 4 months before this movie comes out, because this movie comes out in my birthday month, July 20. It's either July 22nd or July 27th. But yeah, like, I'm excited for all the superhero stuff we're getting. Like, we just got Invincible season 4, which I will be reviewing on this channel at some point, right? Once I finish it. We're getting The Boys season 5 in April. We're getting Daredevil next week. Daredevil starts next week. We're getting X-Men 97 season 2. Supergirl from DC looks really good. That's coming out. Clayface from DC sounds really good, even though we haven't seen footage from it. The script is written by Mike Flanagan. It's directed by James Watkins. It's going to be our first live-action look at James Gunn's the new DCU Gotham, which I'm very excited for. Lanterns looks really good from the trailer that we've seen. And then we have Doomsday and Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, X-Men 97 Season 2. We got the Punisher Special, we got Daredevil, and Wonder Man was really good as well. And this movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day, looks really good and stuff like that. Now, why do I think that Trumel Tillman is playing the leader of Damage Control? Because he looks like a CEO type, right? And also, why do I think this organization's gonna become Sentinel or one of the other mutant hunting organizations? Because I think Sadie Sink, and I'm gonna say this, I think Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey in this movie. I really do, right? I think she's playing Jean Grey in this movie, and I've wanted Sadie Sink to play Jean Grey. The 2 castings for X-Men that I want really, really bad is, well, 3. I want Hugh Jackman to stay on as Wolverine, right? Or one of the Wolverines, because you can do multiple Wolverines. You can do a young Wolverine, an older Wolverine, a middle-aged Wolverine, right? Or you can even make Daphne Keene's X-23 a version of Wolverine that's comic book accurate, right? So I want Hugh Jackman to stay on as Wolverine or one of the Wolverines. I want Sadie Sink to play Jean Grey, and I want Cynthia Erivo to play Storm. Those are the three castings that I want in the MCU X-Men lineup, right? I want Hugh Jackman to stay as Wolverine or one of the Wolverines. I want Storm to be played by Cynthia Erivo, and I want Sadie Sink to play Jean Grey. Like, and those are the three castings that I want for the X-Men and stuff like that. Well, I want Tom Ellis to play Mr. Sinister, which would be a dope casting. But like those are like the four castings the four castings that I want. So like if Sadie Sink plays Jean Grey in this movie, I will be very happy and also the reason why I think Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey is one because she would embody that character. Like Sadie Sink is a great actress, right? And two, you don't just get Sadie Sink for a one and done, right? You get Sadie Sink for years and years and years and years and years. Because Sadie Sink's my age, right? Like she's 23, so like you get her for years and years and years and years and years to play the character that she's playing, whoever that is, which I think is Jean Grey. And then yeah, so for me, like I'm very interested to see how the hand factors into this story. Like, why would the hand be after Spider-Man? That's my question. But we'll see. That's one of the questions. And yeah, so that's my breakdown of the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys have a great day. And God bless you guys.